Okay, great. So you say some of it's been pretty rough for you. Psychic weaponry, manipulation in your life. Can you give us some examples other than the one you shared earlier?
Yeah, just a lot of suffocation, a lot of attack. Definitely through partners in my life. They had a lot of alien things going on, not of a good kind. I always felt there was agreements between humans and aliens that were really just having this mission and agenda to control. So as a young child, I'd say starting at the age of 8, I started to feel it, and I accessed, the feminine energy of Magdalene and Sophia. I didn't know much about it, but it was like that was just my emotional body. That's the way that my feelings were and thoughts and memories. It was just normal to me. It wasn't like, I'm after this and I want to research it and I'm trying to embody it or anything. It was just the emotions, the experience, and just knowing that I was buried alive and knowing I'd have to spend my life digging my way out was just my reality as a kid. I'm like, how am I going to do this? And then, that just on a more just me as a being level was one part, but then I felt, what is getting in my way? What is this force that will not allow me to just do this easily? Why do I have to go through, 12, 15 years of going through this labyrinth and this underworld and all these different gateways just to get my power back and just to retrieve myself from these controllers? And that's how it felt. So it wasn't just through people and situations. There was some sort of frequency or technology that was being directed at me, and I'm not the only one. There's just some thing out there, and I don't think that they do it just to particular people because they have something to offer that others don't. I just think that there's something that is more personal. I mean, I kind of take it personally that there's I don't even know what to say. That's why I call it an ancient game. It feels really old to me. It feels like this has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. So it's kind of like I'm used to this. So it's not like I feel like I've suffered that much, even though when I read back at my journals of what I was writing, it's like, oh my God, this is excruciating. And it's just like, and then I start to remember it. But, I didn't feel like a victim. I just felt like I have a lot of work to do, and this is what it's going to take, and I came here to do it, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to be strong. And I just, I kept at it, no matter how many life-death situations I was in, and there was numerous, at least 10, 15, just countless. On a daily level, it was really hard to survive. It's just like this feeling of destruction, something trying to destroy my soul, my memories, my consciousness, and just, having to be really aggressive in counteracting it. I mean, really aggressive. With anybody that these forces were channeling through. They even said, it was leaked to me during the time of the Mars recruitment, that they had a list of all the men that they needed to manipulate that I would probably meet, because I had the ability to not only target and track, but also know events before they happened. And Andy Bisagio knows a lot about this. Presidents knowing they're going to be presidents before, years before they become presidents. And he's the expert in that. I don't even want to speak so much about that, but something similar, he says, happened. And it's affected my health. But I'm pulling it together, and I bounced back pretty good. It's because the passion and the love and the mission is so strong that it's like, okay, well, that's a distraction, and that sucks. It's no fun, but it is just, birthing oneself out of the darkness and that light, like you were saying. It really woke me up. Like,
you have any feelings about Obama?
I have kind of stayed away from. I just sort of stay away from that stuff. I don't really look to him, waiting for him to do this or that. I kind of have to bypass all of that and just be active on my own and just do what I think needs to be done. I think he's a well-intentioned man. I admire him. I get a good feeling from him. But I just know what presidents go through. I know there's a lot that is behind the scenes that is very controlling for them. They don't really have as much power as we think, to begin with. And so I don't know how much he's really able to make decisions based on his own judgment. So when we vote somebody into office, we're kind of voting for a mascot. We're kind of voting for something to represent something to us. But those that are making decisions that really have the power are kind of channeling it through him. And sometimes I don't see that it's really him. And so with those subtle premonitions, I kind of back away and I hope for the best and just, pray for his strength. I think he's a good man. I don't think most people have the agendas. I think there are things manipulating others in order for them to serve agendas. I think so many innocent, amazing, people with high integrity and good values are just being used and they don't even know it. And I tend to not even want to know anymore. Even though here I am speaking about it, but I kind of have avoided the whole thing and just hope for the best. Like I said, I think he's a good man. And, I'm just trying to stop the things that might even be controlling him and bring it to light so that we can gain our power and sovereignty back from these lower races.
Yes, a very, very noble mission that you have there. Any messages or statements you'd like to make after all of this has come out recently where you may feel you need to, set the record straight based on what others have done, reactions?
Yeah, I've gotten sort of a mixed bag. I've gotten a lot of support and a lot of criticism and a lot of just very cruel things have been said. And it doesn't really bother me because truth can't really be intimidated by other people's doubt or judgments or projections. It's just sort of, it is what it is. You can fill a sky with clouds and the sun's still going to shine behind it. You can't really destroy it. So it kind of reminds me of how real this is and how strong this is. And it's consistent. I have proof. And more stuff is coming out. There's the part that people consider New Agey, which I don't because it's very ancient. Maybe the archetypal stuff people kind of grapple with, but I wouldn't come forward with this stuff unless I had solid proof about it. And like I also said, this is not something I share alone. This is something I'm trying to awaken. To me, this is the age of remembrance and return. It's not really new. It's always been there. But we are breaking free of the bad patterns and the habits that have veiled us from ourselves and who we really are. So I guess to set the record straight is anybody who has doubts that actually wants to investigate more, feel free to contact me. But if you have doubts and you just want to attack, you're not going to get very far. And it's either, question truth, question these things, or leave it alone. But, hey, if those want to attack me, by all means, we all have free will. But I am willing to make it known if I have to the world of how real this is and expose them even more if they keep harming us in this way. I will take it way further. So this is just the beginning. But I'm ready to let it go if it goes away, but I don't know if it is.
Okay. Well, with that said, your website is Cosmic Gaia, Gaia, right?
Yep.
.com.
2012.com.
2012.com, sorry.
Yeah.
Cosmic Gaia 2012.com. Laura Magdalene Eisenhower. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Great information, and keep us up to date, Laura.
I totally will, and thank you so much for having me.
Okay. And this is Tom Murasso from Born to Manifest and Mythologic Radio signing out, and we love you. Peace out.